What is up, people of YouTube, YouTubians, good people out there on Twitter and Facebook? Not that I have one of those, fuck that shit. Before we get into this commentary, let's have you guys head over to Twitter, it's in the description, and follow me so that I can tell you lots of cool things throughout the day and evening and all that kind of good stuff. But with this commentary, I want to do something a little different, okay? You guys most likely already know what the gameplay is, so I just want you to sit back, relax, kick up your feet, and pretend with me for a moment that you were playing a game that had no perks, no multipliers, no nodes, no HRV, no kill streaks, no anything. Just your gun, and that's it. Would you enjoy that? Because that is exactly what Soldier Front 2 is. As far as I can tell right now, by just picking up the game. There might be, you know, perks to purchasing things within the game, but straight free to play, could you play a game where you pick up a gun and your sole purpose is to just kill other players within the video game? I am really looking forward to a game that can come out and do that. Hell, I'm even looking forward to a World at War style World War II game that doesn't have any kill streaks, no nodes, you know, no UAVs, no nothing. Or if they have a UAV, make it something that is map initiated. Like, you have to get to a certain area and hold this, you know, radio control tower for X amount of minutes, and then once that is up, you get a UAV that lasts for 2 minutes or something to that effect, or a minute UAV. Make the kill streaks, and not even the kill streaks, make the UAV activation based on the map, you know, and I would enjoy it. I think moving away from the gun-on-gun gameplay was probably what has made the content be eaten up so much. Do you think that what we could do is get back to being simple and then enjoy ourselves for a long time? Imagine if the developers didn't have to worry about balancing kill streaks, balancing, you know, perks. What if your character always had a set base of health? What if your character had an array of different weapons, and then it was purely based on the skill of the person playing the game? Would you play a game like that? I know I would. You know, there's a bare bones games. There's the game types where you wish that a lot of people would play in, and no one ever does. You know, people requested that in Gears of War and then didn't play it. So basically, we need to get back to the roots of just, you know, just gun-on-gun gameplay, guys. I think a game that would come out just like that would be good. This game, okay, this game has a ton of potential. However, it might very well be one of the worst, downright worst multiplayer games that I have ever played in my life. You know, and I'm a person that tells it like it is. This game has the worst maps that have ever been in a FPS game, in my opinion. This map here is really good, but there's probably 2 maps in this entire game right now that are really good. The other maps are, if you are playing with a group of 2, you can take your 2 people and you can spawn trap the other team so bad that they are literally just running into their death. They glow a color while they're in their spawn, and as soon as they run out of their spawn, then you kill them, and that's it. You can literally just sit there and do that in the game. And that's not fun, and that's not worth watching. It's almost stupid, you know? Something that you just saw right there is you can double KO each other, which I feel is a really good addition to the game, and really good addition to first-person shooters in general, because I always thought that it was really stupid, and that guy was just taking a break. He was sleeping it off. Sleep it off, bro. Sleep it off. I found that a really good addition to the game is the fact that when you're shooting at someone, if you are shooting at them and you die, your bullets are still traveling and hitting that person. That is so important in an FPS game, and I'm glad that this game got it correct. They also have collateral damage in this game. Collateral damage is also something that's very important. If you are shooting at someone and your bullets travel through that person, you should be able to hit the person behind you. That's one of the biggest things that I think, as far as gun on gun, needs to happen in Blacklight Retribution. If you could put collateral damage in Blacklight Retribution and give snipers back their one-shot kill, because we're already at a severely disadvantaged, but I don't like talking about that every single commentary, then we would be in really good shape. But this game, like I said, it has a lot of potential to be the classic gun-on-gun, simple first-person shooter, but a huge thing like the maps absolutely ruins this game for me. In the comments below, guys, you can disagree with me. That's cool. Leave a like on it if you want to have a sweet debate, and I am all ears. Another thing that they need to, work on in this game is the fact that hip fire is more of a requirement than ADS, and I think they need to balance that out a little bit. I shouldn't be able to gun someone down like that across the map with not ADSing. I just think that I should definitely have to ADS at a certain distance, but we all know that a lot of people like the Unreal Tournament style of, run and gun, aim, and where your bullet goes is where the crosshair is, and you just have to jump around and bunny hop and all that kind of other stuff. But no, 2013, guys, 2013, and I want simple FPS that is focused on the gun and gun gameplay. I think that that deserves some discussion. So discuss that shit among yourselves. See, here's another double KO. Discuss down in the comments below what you think 2014 should bring. And Titanfall is going to have its place. Titanfall is going to be above and beyond the, minimalist of FPS games that we're going to be playing. Headshot right there from a hip fire, double kill. Ridiculous. I really shouldn't. This is probably like the fourth game that I played. Fourth game that I played in this whole game, and I went 28 and 14, I think. So I'm doubling my kills per death, which, for not having that much experience with the game is pretty good. So I would like simple FPS that still requires skill. I don't want a game where you just hip fire the entire time. You have to worry about being spawn trapped to the point where if you don't get that first spawn trap, the entire rest of the game is literally just you spawning in, running to a certain place on the map, and then dying. And it's not because it's good teamwork, and it's not because they're working together to force you into that spawn. It's because they got to the place first. So here's a victory from me, guys. This has been Dez. Hopefully you like this video. I don't know if I'll come out with more Soldier Front 2. Take it easy, guys. Bye.